Recently, there were multiple requests if I could share what all to consider while looking to open a owner-operator trucking business in Canada. So this will give you the required information. While it might look overwhelming, remember there are thousands of them who have done it and are successfully running their trucking business. So let's dive into the video. If someone is a driver and their own truck, who is called owner operator in Canada, the process is somewhat simpler than incorporating a full trucking business. It involves several critical steps which will ensure that you are compliant and financial stability is also achieved. First and foremost is having a business structure and registration. When it comes to business structure, you can operate as a proprietor or incorporate as a owner operator. When it comes to incorporating, it offers liability protection but may involve more paperwork and tax implication, which you must be aware. I have made a separate video on this. Also, I have made video on how to register business, be it sole proprietorship, which will cost you less than $10, or if you're planning to incorporate, it is much lesser than what actually you would pay to the government as a fee. So I have made those easy 3 to 8 minutes video. Using my affiliate link, you can get the discount what is shown in the video. So do check that out. This also covers the registering of business name in case you want to go with business name, if you plan to operate under trade name, and registering that with the province. So this video will cover everything. When it comes to operating authority and permit, basically motor carrier number, that is something if you're operating across provincial border or international, you will need this, which you will get from the Fed Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA. When it comes to commercial vehicle operators registration, CVOR, for Ontario or other provincial equivalent, this will ensure that you are registered to operate commercial vehicle. Then National Safety Code or NSC for the compliance with NSC standard. This is mandatory for commercial truckers, which will ensure that the operations are safe. Then operating authority or permit, depending on where you operate, you may need additional permits such as those for oversized load or hazardous material. Let's talk about licensing and certification. First is the commercial driving license or CDL. This will ensure that you have of driver's license for which truck size and weight. This typically requires class 1 or A license, which I'm sure you would be aware of. Then comes the transportation of dangerous goods, TDG certificate. If you're transporting hazardous material, you may need this certification. Then comes insurance for the commercial vehicle. It is commercial vehicle insurance. You will need appropriate coverage for liability, physical damage, and cargo. So this amount of insurance depends on your cargo type and region of operation. Then comes workers' compensation insurance. If you are hiring drivers or worker, you may need to provide this coverage. Then comes the tax and payroll. Here you would require business number. Even as a owner operator, you will need to have a business number from the Canada Revenue Agency for tax purpose. Again, I have made a video. It's completely free and you get this from CRA. GST HST registration. If your revenue exceeds 30,000, again, the link will be shared on the requirement. You can get this for free and you can register this with CRA. It's a easy process. When it comes to expense and tracking, basically your fuel, maintenance, toll, and other business related expense for tax deduction, you can consider using accounting software to simplify record keeping. Here, a lot of people make mistake by not having the right software, and one size does not fit all. Depending on your requirement, you can choose to go with few options. I use few products which I can share detail with you in case you are interested. You can comment in case you want to know what product they are. Then the vehicle maintenance and inspection. Regular maintenance is the responsibility of the owner operator to keep it in good working condition and which meets safety standard. I'm sure you would know this. Inspection, there are provincial laws which may require you. Periodic inspection could be, for example, every 6 months for commercial vehicle. So you'll have to check the type truck, type of material load, distance, all these things might dictate what is required. International Fuel Tax Agreement, IFTA. If you plan to operate provincial or US border, you will need to register for IFTA. This will simplify the fuel tax reporting when crossing borders. Then comes electronic logging device, ELDs, where hours of service or HOS. This you must track your hours of service using electronic logging device. These are required by Canadian regulation to ensure compliance with safety standard. Contracts and relationship, contract with couriers or broker. If you are owner operator who is working under contract with larger trucking companies, brokers or shippers, ensure that contract covers rate, payment term, fuel surcharge and other operational detail. Don't leave this open. Direct client, if you can seek direct client, if you prefer to work independently, again this will require you build relationship and handling your own logistic, invoicing and payment collection. When comes the cash flow and financial planning, here operating costs, factoring such as fuel, maintenance, toll, licensing, insurance or any provincial downtime that you'll have to factor. And setting aside of taxes. As a business owner, you will need to manage your own taxes. So setting aside a portion of your income for quarterly tax payment is essential. Consideration for cross-border operation or CBP, Customs and Border Protection. In that, if you're operating in US, you will have to familiarize with the CBP rule, including pre-clearance system and the free and secure trade programs, which is called FAST. Then Unified Carrier Registration, UCR. If you're crossing US border, ensure you're registered under this UCR program. Then the last one is leasing versus owning your truck. If you already don't have any truck and you're deciding whether to lease or buy, remember leasing can offer flexibility with the newer trucks, while owning might save cost in long term. It involves more responsibility for maintenance. So do your due diligence to know which one works for you. By covering these areas as an owner operator, you can efficiently manage your trucking business and stay compliant with regulation, which will ensure that you are set on path for success. So friends, I hope you find this video informative. All the relevant links are given in the description for you to go and check that out and use the discount. And also I have organized much more information on my website where you might find it easy to navigate and check. Thanks for watching.